Good evening, everybody. Thank you guys all for coming to this reception for Dianna and Ryan. It's great to see everybody. Obviously, we do not know everybody, but they know everybody that's here, so that's very exciting for them. So yeah, we're super glad that everybody's here. So we are basically going to get started right away. We are going to be kind of facilitating the evening for you guys. My name is Ben. This is my wife.
Fowler. I thought you were going to say it.
And yeah, so we'll just kind of be facilitating what's going on for the evening. And yeah, keep things rolling. So we'll get started by bringing in the wedding party. So they're going to be coming in at that back corner. So everybody can turn their eyes over there. And we want to get hyped up for them as they're coming in. So this is the whole point of this, is that we clap, we cheer, we do something fun for them. So let's try and do that as they're coming in here. So first up, we have Martina Brubacher, who is the sister of the bride and co-maid of honor, escorted by Darcy Jacobs, who is the best man and longtime best friend of the groom. So welcome them.
Brubacher, also sister of the bride and co-maid of honor, escorted by Josh Kesselring, groomsman and best friend of the groom.
All right, next up we have Jay Wilson, bridesmaid and good friend of the bride, escorted by Darcy Brubacher, brother of the bride. All right, and now the main event of the evening. We would like to introduce Dianna and Ryan into the room.
Myself, I only thought I gotta see the color in your eyes. I'm telling myself I'm gonna be alright without you, baby, it's a waste of time. Yeah, our first date, girl, the seasons changed. The guy washed away in the summer rain. You can't undo a fall like this.
So,
don't know the distance.
Yeah, a couple of housekeeping things. Bathrooms are at the back there, just so everybody knows. There is going to be an open mic session during dinner, so if you guys want to, you can come up and use the mic and tell any funny stories or a memory that you have. And if you do that, then the lovely couple is going to give us a little kiss as a show. Yeah, give each other a little kiss, not us. That'd be weird, so. But yeah, so they will do that. There will be no kissing from tinking of their glasses or anything like that, unfortunately. Sorry, Janice. But yeah, so you just have to come up and say a cool story or memory with them instead. So. Yeah, so we're going to start that off by saying a quick little thing of a funny thing that happened with Dianna. So we have known Dianna for quite a while. We've been doing youth leadership with her here at Wallenstein. So that's been great. Ryan is joining on with that for this year, so it's great that he's doing that, and we're going to get to know him a little better as well. But yeah, so this past May, I guess it was, we were driving up to Minninoe, which is a Christian camp that we go to with the youth group. So we were driving up, and so we were having to drive up separate from the bus. We had Dianna along with us, so it was just her third wheel and us on the way up to Minneola, so that was fun. So we were chatting along the whole time, and we kind of got talking about future plans. And so she was asking us when we're going to be having kids, and we were asking her when she's going to be getting engaged, and all these sorts of things. And so we thought we would come up with like this perfect plan. We were like, we're going to work this into the youth schedule, so like we'll start having kids that it doesn't affect us being youth leaders. She'll get engaged at the perfect time, so she can just slip back into youth as a leader. Won't affect her at all, anything like that. So we come up with this beautiful plan, and then I think within the next couple weeks, both of us totally destroyed that plan. Because as you can see, she is having a baby, which was, we're having a child. And as you can see, Dianna is now getting married, and this was slightly before she had,
1 week.
what's that?
Following Sunday that I got engaged.
Yeah. So within the week, both of us had thrown those plans completely out the window, and now we are both here, and it's great. So that's just a little story about Dianna. Ryan will be getting to know you a little bit better over the next little while, and I'm sure we'll have some great stories for that. So that gets us started. So anything doesn't have to be anything long. You can just come up and say a short little thing. But it's always fun to just hear how people know them, little stories of memories or something like that. Because that's what it's all about. A wedding like this is bringing friends and family together, that they can just enjoy this. So she's doing that.
There is a Bible over on the table over there that they would like you to go through and highlight some of your favorite verses, so feel free to do that throughout the night when you're eating or whatever.
Okay, so I will pray, and then we will get started on getting dinner served. So dinner is just being served to your tables, so it'll be like a family style. It won't be individual, it'll just be bowls of stuff brought to your tables, so you can enjoy that when that food comes out to your tables. So I will pray, and then we will continue on. Dear Lord, we just come before you tonight, and we thank you for this great day. We thank you for Ryan and Dianna and the people that they are, the two separate people that they are that are coming together today in this union. And I just pray that you would be with them as they go from here. Today is a very special day for them, but life is going to continue for them going forward here. And we just pray that you would be with them. Pray that you would be with us as well, family and friends that are here. We just pray that you would be with us as we can encourage them and help them along throughout their married life as well. We thank you so much for this food that we can enjoy together, and we just pray that you would be with us and among us throughout our evening. We pray all these things in your name. Amen. So stay tuned. Food will be at your table shortly.
Like, yeah, but I don't get it.
Hello. Whoa. Hello. Name is Paul Martin. I refer to Dianna as my daughter in because she's always at her house, so she's kind of become a fixture there. So she's my daughter in not quite related, but close enough. Couple stories. I could make them kiss 10 times. But we'll just start with one for now. We went to a Blue Jay game this summer as a company event at Shervin, so she works also with me there, so I just can't get rid of her. We went to a Blue Jay game, and the whole way down on the bus ride, she was trying to choreograph how she could get beside Ryan. She was not sitting beside Ryan, and it was the end of the world that she was not sitting beside Ryan. So that requires a kiss. Part 2 of the story. We get to the game, and somehow she bought a whole bunch of tickets, and she bought some tickets from other people, and unfortunately, they weren't sitting beside each other, so this was again a problem. An inning after inning after inning. Well, if Jordan and Abby would just move, and then you would move over to here, then we could sit beside each other, and it went on and on, and finally we got frustrated and moved so that they could sit beside each other for the game. Part 3 of the story. Same day, bus ride home, I got introduced to the best man and sat beside him on the bus ride home so that they could fall asleep in each other's arms on the way home.
Very sensitive. Hello, everyone. I am Miranda. I am Ryan's younger sister. No, I'm Ryan's younger sister. You're younger than me. No one's older than him. This is Kelsey, and Kelsey is the youngest of the three of us.
Well, that makes sense.
And then it's myself, and then Ryan. I'm his younger sister.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you're cut out. Okay, so our story, since everyone's kind of taken some shots at Dianna, we got to even the playing field a little bit here and tell you some nice, embarrassing stories of Ryan. And for all the people in the room that know Ryan, it'll make perfect sense after we tell the story. So, rewind the story. We're back in high school years. We're in youth group, and Ryan was asked to share his testimony. So we were probably about a week out, and my parents know Ryan, if you're not on him all the time, he'll delay until the last minute. So we got to be reminding him. So we're in the car, on the way to the youth group event for the evening, and we're just chatting, and my parents go, "Oh, Ryan, like, how's the testimony going? Have you started writing it? Like, where are we at with the story?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, no, I started it today, actually." And we're like, "Okay, awesome." We're like, "Great start. How far did you get?" And he goes, "The title." And we're like, "Okay, so the title, what's the title?" And he goes, "Testimony." And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "I started though." And we're like, "I guess, like, we'll give him that." But anyways, that was Ryan starting the testimony. Typical. Still last minute. Anyways, I think we got there eventually, but 1 week out, all we had was a title, and the title was testimony. Anyways, that's it.
Hello. I have a story to tell. Should I? Okay, this summer, I always drive Dianna to camping with our church, and we usually go a day early. And I had gotten another tent, a secondhand one from MCC. It was really large. So we get to our destination, and she informed me that Ryan is coming that night. I had no idea he was coming. And she says, by the way, he's staying overnight. Little predicament. And I was so thankful we had a curtain in our new tent, my new tent. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to watch over them all night, not wear my CPAP machine so I can at least hear. They were good. They were very good. But I wish I had a camera or something when she told me that he's staying overnight in our tent. But you did wonderful, and I love you both. You were lots of fun, by the way, in the tent.
Hello. Oh, this is a strong one. The likelihood of this room coming together is an act of God, because this wasn't going to happen without the Lord's hand in this. And it happened one night when my sister Janice just called me up and she said, "Rox, I have this girl that comes over to our house all the time, and I just feel so bad. She just needs a guy in her life. And what about Sam? Do you think he could, go on a date with her?" I said, "Okay, well, I don't know. And Sam, he's my son, by the way. I brought him, this is my husband, because he..."
To verify, we're two together.
Anyway, so what happened, I don't really need this so close to me. So what happened was, I said to Janice, "Okay, Sam, I could get a picture to him. He's very, what's the word? Apathetic. Uninterested.
Pathetic? No, that's not.
We love our son, but he wasn't really interested in really dating at the time, so we thought we could help him out. Mothers, they just want to
He's
help
visual.
Well, all men are visual, right? So anyways, so we showed him the picture, and he just said, "Yeah, just mom, I'm not interested." And I was devastated. I'm thinking, what does it take to get you interested in dating? I just want him married, like other mothers do. And I just want to see what's going on with life. So this wasn't going let it go, of course. And so we were going over to Allison and Dave's that night, and I said to Allison, I said, look at this picture of this lovely girl. Like, she's lovely. Like, and my son is not interested in dating right now. I said, what an opportunity. And she looked at him and she says, well, do you think Ryan would be interested? And I said, she's all yours. She's all yours. So she sent the picture to Ryan, and Ryan, of course, said,
Well, the rest is history.
the rest is history, obviously. Well, that's how it all happened.
Okay, so we are going to get started on dessert now. So dessert is being served up over here at the end of the gym. So it's just being done as like a buffet style, so you can go up and grab that. We're going to ask that all of these front row of tables and 6 and 8, so those two tables, come around this way and kind of form a line coming around this way and go to this table. And the back row of tables and table 10 and 12, which are these two kind of in the middle, you guys can head out that way. And then both sides can just kind of join in the middle and head back to your tables then, just to keep it less congested right in the middle. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Perfect. So you guys can all head up there whenever you want to. All right, so if everybody wants to draw their attention up to the front here again, because they want all of the attention on them, I heard. They're big on attention, so yeah. So we've got Cleese and Evelyn here, Diana's parents, to start the speeches off, and then they're just going to kind of keep rolling. I think everybody knows kind of the order, so take it away.
Okay. We want to thank you all for coming to celebrate with us today with Dianna and Brian, and want to thank Dave and Allison for the son they raised to become our daughter's husband. As most of you know, Dianna is our oldest, but with that said, she has a twin brother to her. And only twin sister, only a brother with twins, sisters, 3 years later.
To say the least, it was a crazy busy childhood of camping trips and much backyard play. As Mom had a home daycare, Dianna enjoyed helping with the little ones as they got older, and added a step brother a few years ago. We enjoyed a few summer weeks at Guelph Bible Family Camp as a family there. She also took a liking to photography, as well as the experience of a house fire 4 years ago on the very first big photography day with Kayla Beth, which was the beginning of many more dates of photography with Kayla. Thanks to Kayla for doing the photos today, and the God-planned sidekick, Alana. We feel very blessed for God's hand in bringing Ryan and Dianna together, even in the trying times of COVID. Only God could have done that. Our family welcomes Ryan into the Brubacher clan, although we are a crazy bunch.
And as you two Ryan and Dianna step out into a new chapter of life, our advice is we can never see the whole picture of God's plan for our life, but trust in God, God's plan, one step at a time. Remember, God's plan is not our plan. At times, wishing you God's leading and blessing today and from here on forward. Mom and Dad.
Oh, you're first. Yeah, I will. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming. Dave and Allison Fowler, we're the proud parents of Ryan. And just before Allison gives her speech, I just wanted to say a couple of thank yous. Tonight, as you look around the room, this did not happen by accident. There was a lot of hard work over the last couple of days putting this together. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful, and hard to believe a gym could be transformed into such a nice venue. So thank you to everybody that helped out. Great job, and we certainly couldn't have done it alone. And secondly, just as parents, we've had the pleasure of coming to Wallenstein the last few months, but Ryan had superseded us coming to Wallenstein as a church with Dianna, I'm not sure, maybe a year ago or so. But I can say as parents, we're thrilled at the way that they've accepted Ryan into the Wallenstein family. Clearly, Dianna is well entrenched and known by everybody here, but the mentorship, the small groups, the youth, we're thrilled to see them start their life together, so grounded in a church family. And we just are really looking for great things ahead and as God leads, and they're a part of this community. So thank you for extending that warm welcome to Ryan, and we certainly feel it too as we've started to attend here, and we certainly appreciate it. So thank you very much. Oh, and the other thing is, if everybody could just get a glass ready to toast at the end, just giving you some heads up so we can toast together.
Ryan, you have been one of the sweetest blessings in our life. You are a humble person who is kind and gentle, generous, while also being strong, dependable, loyal, and loving. I thank God that He gave you to us. The first role you had in this world was as my baby boy. My girls would probably say all the time, "Oh, he's a mama's boy." You have grown from that sweet young boy to the amazing godly man that stands before us today. Your dad and I couldn't be prouder of the man you have become. Despite all the challenges you faced with your health, you always faced them with strength, patience, and trust in God that He would carry you through. God has proven Himself faithful time and time again, and will continue to do so as you begin your life with Dianna. From the day you were born, your dad and I have prayed that God would bring that very special Christian young lady into your life that would love and cherish you for the amazing man that you are. Today, we are grateful that you have become the husband that Dianna can count on. You have chosen beautiful Dianna Louise as your bride, and we couldn't be happier to have you join our family, Dianna. Dianna, you truly are special, a sweet, loving, and caring young woman who will carry Ryan along well in this journey, and you her. We thank God that He brought you into Ryan's life. God's fingerprints were in it all. Just when I had warned Ryan that the good Lord was not going to drop her out of heaven above, I had to eat my words, because that's exactly what happened.
And Allison shared that on the very first dinner that Dianna joined us at our household. No pressure, Dianna, but you are an answer to prayer. It was a little much.
They were kicking me under the table. They're like, Mom, that's like she's blushing at the table. So, anyways, yes, we are very grateful. Ye of little faith, God had proven himself faithful yet again. We knew you had found the love of your life to walk this journey with. You will both bring your strengths and growing edges to this marriage. It won't always be easy, but with Christ as the center of your marriage, you will focus on each other's strengths and come from a place of love with your actions. It will make the challenges easier when you face them. Create joy every day to experience a love that is bountiful, authentic, and full of grace. Remember to always give in, and always forgive, just as Christ has forgiven us. You are each other's best friend and each other's confidant, someone to share what's going on in your head and your heart without being judged. May you always know that each other's voice matters. May you build each other up, and may you encourage one another to meet your dreams and goals, both individually and as a family. May that ring you placed on each other's hand today before God and these witnesses remind you that when the hard times find you, that it's the commitment to stay for better or for worse, and to always put Jesus and each other first. May you always be in agreement with what really matters and continue to grow in your faith individually and together as a couple. Remember, a 3-string cord cannot easily be broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12, though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken.
Awesome. Shared glasses. Ryan, the day you were born changed my life forever. It was the day I became a father. I remember like it was yesterday, the day I came home from work and Mom told me she was expecting you. One of the happiest days of my life, as I was looking so forward to being a dad. Very similar in the way I feel now about looking forward to being a grandpa. No pressure. I'm not getting any younger. We were buddies from the start. By the time you were 3 or 4, we spent most nights playing hockey in the living room at Wildlark. We usually ended up in a play fight with me pulling your shirt over your head and pretty much having my way with you back when I had the upper hand. Fast forward 20 years and you were getting your payback at our black belt grading where you literally threw me across the room with my feet coming off the floor. How times have changed. Clearly the other side of the Fowler family gave Ryan his height advantage. Unfair. As a father, it's a different experience on the day of your son's wedding as opposed to your daughter's. For my daughter, I hoped and prayed she would be taken care of, provided for, and valued as much as I did as her father. I don't think I got this emotional like Kelsey's speech. For your son, I hope and pray that you will take care of, provide for, and value your new bride as much as she deserves. The role of a husband, as designed by God, is one of great responsibility, and with much responsibility comes much accountability. You were a very easy child, which was a blessing for our first go at this parenting thing. You were always easygoing, and we thought, if this is how hard it's going to be, we definitely should have more. Well, that wouldn't always be the case, as we found out later. That said, you were not without your scandals, and may I take you back to Pop Can Gate and Vitamin Gate. So Pop Can Gate. So Ryan is as easygoing as he might be. He's maybe not the slyest criminal in the world. So at a young age, we had a fridge downstairs where his friends and him spent most of their time gaming and such. And there was a fridge that had pop in it. And back then we drank out pop in moderation. But Ryan didn't get the memo on that. So him and his friends were down there playing over a period of time, and in our basement we had shelving. It was covered by different things, and Allison went down one day and pulled out something from the shelf, and only to kind of have that experience where you open the closet door after shoving stuff in it for years, and out come these pop cans that he and his friends have been throwing behind the shelving for quite some time, to the tune of about 100 cans, actually. And so he was busted. And, you know, I think, did you not kind of like layering, you know, like kind of put some into the recycling, not all at once to hide, but no, Ryan didn't think of that, so he was busted. And then another trip, we were in a hotel room, and we had, the kids were, you know, we gave them chewable vitamins, and they may not have been the Fred Flintstone specials, I don't know, but didn't meet Ryan's palate. And Allison went into the bathroom after Ryan had been in there, only to find that the vitamin was in the bottom of the toilet bowl, which he either forgot to flush or flushed and didn't realize that it didn't go down the toilet. So, again, busted. So, Dianna, I would just be careful of, you know, easygoing, nice guy. You got to keep your eye on Ryan for sure. Ryan, you've become an amazing young man in whom your mother and I are so very proud. You've had to overcome many setbacks over the years, but have successfully persevered to bring you to this point today. If I had to describe you, the characteristics that come to mind are faith, integrity, kind-hearted, loyal, slow to anger, to name a few. You have always been so willing to share your faith with those around you. You are very intentional when it comes to your friends and are always open to a good conversation. Your mom and I have prayed since you were a child that God would provide a Christian girl that shared your same faith. We believe this is foundational to starting a marriage and a home. It has never been about how many you might date, but rather dating the one you would marry, and Dianna is your one. Dianna, you have had such a positive impact on Ryan and have been a great addition to our family. You have a love for the Lord, a big heart, and a desire to serve others. In coming to Wallenstein, it was pretty clear most everyone knew Dianna. That said, I never thought I would meet someone more shy than Allison in the early days of dating. I mean, I thought Allison was shy, but Dianna she took that to a new level, as you can imagine, coming into our household. But actually, I think over time, Dianna and I developed this kind of cheeky banter where we'd go back and forth, and clearly as time went on, she was becoming much more comfortable, which was great to see. I think she actually warmed up to me faster than Allison did 33 years ago when we were dating, actually. And this came to pass where, you know, where I really thought she had kind of arrived. It was Mother's Day at Kelsey and Josh's, and it was buffet style. We were just grabbing our food and sort of eating wherever we wanted to eat. And I went out to the back patio to eat, and I was there by myself, and Dianna came out. And she says, "Hey, Dave, can I sit down and eat with you?" And I'm like, "Absolutely," but we were the only ones out there. And, you know, I can be a little intense and intimidating at times, so they say. I think I'm somewhat misunderstood in that regard. But I thought for myself that for Dianna to do that and have such a great conversation, thinking about the early days when we met and how shy she was, I knew at that time that she was definitely a part of the family. And I so much appreciated that. Dianna, we could see such a dramatic change in Ryan after meeting you. The young man we thought that would never leave his room, and let alone leave our house, suddenly had no time for video games. The changes in the personal growth we have witnessed have been amazing. To Cleason and Evelyn, we want to thank you for raising a beautiful young woman. Alice and I have very much admired how you've opened your home and provided each one of your children the best gift a parent can give, a foundation of faith. Well done. I will take this opportunity to impart some dad wisdom for what it's worth. You have heard me say many times before that there are times in your life when you must burn your boat. And for those that may not know that analogy, Napoleon, when he would attack the enemy from the sea, when all the troops were off the boat and took the shore, he burned the boats so that when his men looked back, there was no retreat. There was no boats. They had to fight, win, or die. There was no plan B. And I just lost my spot. Give me a second. Today, you both arrived with your own boats that represented your life before marriage. As you leave here today, you will leave on one boat, SS Rihanna. You like that, eh? Pretty good. As you set sail, you will look back tomorrow, and your single boats will be gone. A successful marriage is hard work. From this day forward, no plan B, no retreat. Failure is not an option. Now, this ship will at times feel like a cruise ship. Calm seas, sun shining, top deck poolside with a cold drink. There will also be days when your ship will become a battleship. High winds, big waves, stormy seas. You will have to be all hands on deck and batten down the hatches. Finances, health, kids, the list goes on. It will not be a matter of if, but when. Christ is the eye of your storms. Amidst the chaos and the storms of life, you can still find hope, joy, and peace. Together, you can stay the course. There will be calmer seas ahead. So, Dianna, on behalf of the Fowler family, I want to extend a very warm welcome. We, as a family, commit to praying for you often and supporting you in any way needed as you start this amazing chapter in your lives. We love you both very much, and we look forward to creating many memories together in the years ahead. So if you all will join, raise a glass and join a toast to Rihanna.
All right, we're gonna try to do this. Of course, we're twins, we have to do everything together. So, for those who don't know who we are, we're Diana's twin sisters, Martina and Michaela.
Yes, we are in fact one of Evelyn's sets of twins. I know, it's crazy considering all she has is twins.
Now you may be wondering why these two beautiful girls are standing up here talking when there's normally only one maid of honor.
That's because Dianna loves us both so much that she just couldn't choose one of us.
So she made us co-maids of honor.
Just think of it as we both have half the honor.
When we first met Ryan, well, we didn't really meet Ryan, and his name wasn't Ryan. Let us explain.
He came to the door to pick up Dianna for a date, and Darcy opened the door by accident.
Darcy started freaking out, telling us there's a huge, massive dude with a beard at the door. For Dianna?
Side note, Dianna was keeping him a secret. We knew nothing.
And of course, we had to guess his name.
So we went with Mitchell, which was the obvious choice, of course.
No, we mostly call him Ryan now, but Mitchell will always be a part of the family.
Ryan is a great guy who always has Diana's best interests at heart. He brought out a new and beautiful side to her.
He's always down for a good conversation or debate about life's wonders, and he is never afraid to get in on our game nights of President or Cards Against Humanity.
Although he may be the biggest nerd we know, he's still a pretty alright guy.
Now, on the other hand, we never actually met Diana, not formally. We never introduced ourselves in a formal way.
We were always just sisters. She's always been there. She's always been our big sister.
She's someone who at times we would be mad at for not playing Barbies with us anymore, and at other times we'd be laughing at our favorite Hallmark movies with.
Someone who we steal clothes from.
That's gonna be hard to do when you move out.
Someone we yell at, but also someone who pays for everything.
Thank you, Diana.
And someone who loves to watch hundreds of movies and shows with us.
I read something once that said having a sister is crazy, because one minute you could be fighting over something, and the next you could be sharing Skittles. And if that doesn't describe our relationship, then I don't know what does.
Diana, you have truly become an amazing, kind-hearted woman.
And we have loved watching you become who you are.
Who would have thought that 3 years ago, when I was teasing Diana about when she was going to get married and have kids, to provide me with nieces and nephews, of course, that we would be here today celebrating Diana and Ryan getting married.
Here's to the beautiful couple. Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Darcy Jacobs. I am the best man and longtime friend of Ryan Fowler. The past almost 13 years, I think, this December. And I've had the pleasure to get to know Dianna as well over the past year and a half. I first met Ryan back in high school. I believe the year was 2010. And I was first introduced to the group. And Ryan and I, it took a while before we actually started talking. And when we started talking, we started hanging out. We went to pool parties together, we kind of talked Star Wars because we're both nerds, even though he's more of a nerd on that. And, over the years we got close, and we would just we had this thing where we would hang out together, and we would say, hey, we should do this again soon. Well, our soon was 3 to 4 months later down the road. And we would always just hang out once, and then we'd come back later, but we'd pick up as if no time had ever passed. And it's been that way since I met him, and I can't be more thankful to have him as my best friend. Ryan has been nothing short of an amazing friend to me. In the last 13 years. If there was ever a man who best represented a man of God, I have to say it's Ryan. Ryan has lived a life of ups and downs, has faced his trials and tribulations. He's been at the brink of losing all hope, and yet still he stands here today and is married to his wife, Dianna. Ryan is the type of friend that will always be there for you. You can feel God's presence when you speak with him about personal things or anything. His words of wisdom and his ability to be as patient as he can be is undeniable. I thought I was patient, but this man he's patient. It's crazy. He's been there for everyone in his life without hesitation. You give him a call or a text, he makes time for you without hesitation. Ryan has helped me through some of my darkest moments of my life, and I cannot imagine a life without my best friend. He probably placed bets that I was going to cry too, so, I'm forever grateful to have you in my life, Ryan. You became a friend first, and in return, I got a brother. Dianna, since you came into Ryan's life, I have seen a whole different happiness. I thought Ryan was happy before, but you have sparked life into him, and you have created such a wonderful foundation in your relationship with him. And I look forward to being a part of you guys' relationship. If you guys need anything, I'll be there for you. I'm just a text or call away, and I'll even drive to you. I don't care where you are. If you just need help, just let me know and I'll be there. I wish you and Dianna all the best in your marriage, in life, and you guys deserve the world. I love you both very much.
Okay, sorry, I didn't sound like it was on the first time. Just to start out, I kind of thought of a few things while I was hearing those amazing speeches. Dad, I remember when you accidentally came up with Rihanna one night. You accidentally said it. It was you, sorry. Sorry, Dad uses it more. I think you guys should trademark because that is definitely taking off. One other thing I wanted to think about is, as you heard earlier, I was a bit of a sneaky young man with pop cans. I would like to point out that I pulled this off for several years before they found it. Years, people. I remember when, I don't really remember what exactly I was doing, but I do remember when they came up to me and they were all happy and everything, and all of a sudden the happiness just disappeared. And they just looked at me and said, so we found something in the basement. And right there I'm just like, crap. I knew exactly what they found. The other part they didn't tell you though is that I had a second stash that you found years later in the garage. Again, I was young. I probably could have got away with it completely without being caught if I just threw them in the recycling instead. But yeah, growing up, sugar was pretty limited at our house, so I had to sneak them in. The vitamin thing, they're gross, people. Like, why would you want to have them? It's like, seriously, like they taste like barf. Everything that's good for you tastes bad. Yeah, those are the kind of things that came to mind for me that I'd like to point out because I thought they'd make people laugh. That's what I like to do. Do you have anything?
We should start off by just making sure that everyone is aware that we are all here tonight because of Roxanne and Janice and Allison being their smart game of telephone. I am actually amazed that neither of us got miscommunicated between the three of them because none of them had met both of us when they set us up. I was like, man, what would Janice say about me? And how would Roxanne interpret that? And then how would she tell Allison? And then by the time that goes back and forth a couple times with both of us, I'm surprised that it did come out pretty clearly, and here we are today. So I just thought we should give them a round of applause for getting this all set up. We debated whether we should just say that or put Janice at the head table, but this seemed easier.
One other funny thing that Josh might get a kick out of this, when I was actually, as Roxanne was saying before, when they were figuring out if Sam wanted to go on a date, and then they recommended me, I remember I was hanging out at Josh's house that night, and I got a call from my mom, which I'm like, that never happens. Not at night anyway, I thought you would have been sleeping. So she calls and I can hear like 5 people talking on the phone. Like there's you, there's Dad, there's Scott and Rox, and like it just, everybody's trying to explain Dianna to me at once. So Josh basically, Josh is watching me on the phone and he just, after the conversation and everything, he just looks at me, he's just like, you just had the biggest expression of confusion on your face the whole conversation. I'm just like, really? He's just like, what were you talking about? So I had to explain it to him, and he's just like, oh yeah, go for it, man.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Josh.
Anytime.
Okay, so now jumping into what we actually wrote for tonight, before we carry on all night. Which one?
On this one. Okay. So Dianna and I would like to start by welcoming all of you here to our wedding.
And we both thank you all very much for attending. This day means so much for both of us, one that we have been waiting for a long time.
And we can feel all the love and support from all of you, family, friends, and with all of you here tonight.
We would like to give a few mentions and thank yous tonight for those that put in a lot of time and effort to make today as perfect as it is.
To start, we would like to thank a wedding party, the maids of honor, the best man, the bridesmaid, the groomsmen, they have been with us every step of the way of organizing this, from the start up until now.
They had very big roles to play, and each of them stepped up to the plate and made it awesome. The stag and do, the parties, and here, finally, the wedding. We would also like to thank the families. Families from both sides have given tons of their time, knowledge, and effort to help us find what we need, make things happen, and also give us their blessings.
We thank all of our friends for all your support and generosity towards us. Your gifts are very appreciated, and your well wishes are a huge encouragement. Now here today at our wedding, as well throughout our lives.
Let's all give a hand to those who made this awesome meal today and the ones who have been serving us tonight.
Someone want to actually go grab them real quick? I think they should see it in person.
As soon as they come out, we gotta go nuts.
Okay.
We also want to thank the tech people for their service today with the sound, the music, and all of the pictures and videos that we will cherish so very much.
We hope all of you have an awesome evening. We have an awesome dance party planned tonight for all of you who love to dance. And for those that don't, try anyway. DJ Scott will be giving us an awesome time to make sure you hit the dance floor, have fun socializing. Let's continue to have a great time tonight.
This list could continue all night, thanking everyone who is individually involved in making today happen. But we have places to be tonight, and I'm guessing y'all do as well. We will close with this. Thank you so much to everybody for everything. Thank you for believing in us. This will forever be a day that we will look back on to reminisce on the joy, support, and love we experienced today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next, after all those speeches, we're just going to be moving kind of into the dance time shortly here. So we're going to be kind of clearing a space, not entirely sure where yet. So we're going to be clearing some sort of space and doing some sort of dance. So it's going to be great.
I'm thinking this table